Hello then folks, time for another update, and this is a big update for lots of reasons. One, we've been promoted, we'll talk about that in just a moment, but the big news is I'm doing a 12-hour stream right now. It begins as this video goes live at 12 o'clock on, what is the date today? The Saturday, the 25th of April, and I'll be live for 12 hours, and this series is continuing. Of course, we have now moved to Boston, so it's all changed here, viewers, as Moneybags Boston, we'll call them. I say Moneybags Boston, I've basically lost all the money. This graph is a better visual representation of what's gone on, but we've brought in some big names. There are starting to become some proper characters within the save, and 11 draws and 1 defeat with 30 victories saw us get 101 points. Not the most ever. Chester have still got a better record than that, but yeah, champions of the Vanarama National League North, and we are very, very happy about it. Of course we are. As you can see there then, a 20-point gap with teams going down. Great Yarmouth sadly went down last season, and yeah, it's not going great for them. They haven't bounced back either. And we then march on to the Vanarama National League. That was a season of ups and downs, really, because I was hoping to do far better in this particular competition, the FA Cup, but it wasn't to be this time. I think we may have mentioned it before. Yeah, I did actually last episode, that it was a disaster. Of course, we updated you halfway through that league season, and we continued very, very strongly. The only defeat in the season was to Royston, who... I mean, when you look at the league table, viewers, you can see maybe potentially why I'm annoyed. We'll bring it up there. You can't quite see because my head's in the way. Don't worry, I can move it with a fancy movement. Royston, bottom of the league, beat top of the league, and we could have had an invincible season if it wasn't for that. Very disappointing, but at the same time, happy to be promoted. I mentioned that the team is suddenly getting a few familiar faces, the likes of Joey Turtle, Rambo Rivy, Dimmy, who we've got our own little song for, that if you ever join the stream, you'll definitely hear it. Harmony Car, of course, is back with us again. Keith as well, and spoiler, they may well be with us for another season. Granit Xhaka joined at one point as well, and with those technicals and mentors, you can see why we got him in there. Physically, obviously, a little bit slower than he is in his prime. But yeah, 35 years of age, a really good playmaker sitting in the middle of your midfield. And system-wise then, he fit into this, which is what we were using. Miller on one side, Dimmy on the other, Joey Turtle leading the line with Rambo Rivy just behind. And yeah, the back four really, really solid. Luke Hancock's in goal was the star of the show, and hopefully we'll see plenty more of him going into next season. Now, you may have figured this out by now, but I record what happened at the end of the season as well as the update at the same time. So let's go forward and see how we're doing. As of today, we'll stream for 12 hours. We will probably finish the current season, go through a summer window as well as something that's happening at 7 o'clock. There'll be a video about that a little bit later on today where we talk about the FM Streamer Showdown at 7 p.m. But I'm going to run you through my team and make a little video about that as well. Why not? Glory Hunter will return tomorrow for those that are interested. So, put myself back in the corner and let's see how we're getting on halfway through our league season. Spoiler, it's going pretty well. So here we are then, 18 games in, viewers, and the Boston boys, it's happening again. We are so close to having an invincible season. We've so far never had one. After leaving Great Yarmouth and coming to Boston, we've been that little bit closer. 1 defeat so far this season in a new division. We flew through the first lot of fixtures, but on a little dodgy patch where we drew 2 and lost to Sutton United, which is a little disappointing, but these things happen. And the squad, well, it's had a bit of a revamp. Financially, we are still in a spot of bother, and we're spending a lot of money. Again, that graph is still not great, even halfway through this season. But team-wise then, quite a lot of familiar faces, of course. We talked through some of the top goal scorers from last season, and some of those do remain. The likes of Dimmy, Joey Turtle, Rambo Rivy, Phil Leader, who's been there for a few seasons now, of course, at Great Yarmouth and now at Boston. Big dog Gordon Kelsey, 6'8" Gordon Kelsey has joined the squad. But I'm sort of avoiding him, viewers, but you can see him there at the top. Raymond, that's our guy right now. An incredible player, brought in from Chelsea. Chelsea let him go. 14 goals in 15 games. If you join the stream, you will find out all about Raymond and the 6'6" menace that he is. He's absolutely sensational. £5,000 a week in the 5th tier of English football. It's a lot of money. But we do sell out every game. That's part of the fortune, really, of being at Boston, that we are selling out every game right now, and we've got the option, of course, to expand in the future, and we're going to have to, because the way that we're going so far, we are flying up the divisions. And you might look at this and think, Ben, this is going quite well for you. It's a bit easy with the money that you've had. You know, you've been able to invest in a really strong squad. And you're right, we have, but at some point, we'll change the ideology behind this save, and we will start to suddenly become a bit of a Boston project. I've talked about it before with the Norwich project, but the Boston project will become using youth players, trying to bring players from the lower divisions up with us as we move forward, and not try so much. Like we're looking for bargains. At some point, when we start to make money, everything will change in the save. We are buying our way into that position early on and in the lower leagues to make a difference and to fly past other teams. You kind of have to do that. It's the sad reality of being down at this level. It's just very, very difficult to have a strong enough either youth academy and build your way up or anything like that. So you have to kind of spend your way out of these lower reaches and build your way up towards League 1, League 2 football when suddenly the money starts to change a little bit. And not only will you have players that you can sell on, but you'll also be able to bring in through your own players as you can slowly build up the finances as well as build up the facilities, of course. But you can't really do that with a negative balance because the board are like, well, our financial situation isn't good. As soon as you start making that little bit of money, but that could just be through one big sale, for example. If someone came in for one of our stars, Rambo Rivy would be a good example. We might get close to $1 million for him if a championship team maybe decided to take a punt on him. So yeah, that's sort of what we're banking on a little bit at the moment. And at some point we'll have to make a really tough decision. It may well be in the stream that we've got going on right now. But yeah, I thought I'd give you a little update. Of course, streaming from 12 till 12. It's going to be a long old day, and I hope I see you for it. The streams recently have been absolutely fantastic, and yeah, hopefully we'll have another one. Come and get to know the boys. It's a really fun time. People seem to really be enjoying the streams. We're having 1,000 viewers watch almost every single one at the moment, so come and be a part of it, and I'll see you for it. We love with care. From until next time, the Boston boys are going up, and yeah, you'll come up. I mean, there's a 5-point gap. Maybe not. Oh dear, oh dear.